morning. How's she going, eh? Today I have two different objectives in mind here in Phong Nha, Vietnam. One is I finally decided I will go to the Botanical Gardens. Just a nice leisurely pedal out there. And then two, I was thinking that I'd go to one of the restaurants that I saw yesterday when I was trying to get to Phong Nha Cave. Hello! How are you? Whatever he said. Anyway, yesterday when I rode all the way to across from Phong Nha Cave, basically for nothing, I did notice that there was a bunch of restaurants along the beautiful river, so I thought I'd have lunch at one of those spots. Looks like a nice, relaxing, picturesque view. So, and as you can hear, people just honk their horns randomly when they're even just driving by you. So, what can you do? It's the way it is here. So I'm guessing that I have probably another, maybe as much as 30 minutes to get to Botanical Gardens, and then we'll go from there. We have some cows crossing the road over here. Hopefully they don't think I'm a target, and well, they seem pretty friendly. Anyhow, I'll pick back up once I get to Botanical Gardens. Just back that way, just a little bit, where I went under that stone archway yesterday. Once again, there was a military guy who was sitting at a chair right along the side of the road. So I was thinking about renting a scooter today, but could be a good thing I didn't, because you have to have your international driver's license to officially go on the road with a scooter or a motorcycle, which I don't have. And a lot of people that come here, they still rent to you. They don't ask for the international driver's license. But I've heard of a lot of people, they have been pulled over and paying a fine on the spot for doing so. So could be a good decision that I didn't rent a scooter. Speaking of which, this bike is costing me 700 Vietnamese ding dong per day, which is about $375 Canadian to $80 US. If I would have rented the scooter, it was going to cost me $1,300. So basically a little bit more than double. You'll know that you're almost at Botanical Gardens when you hit a final brutal hill down there. There's no way I could pedal up that. I had to push my bike for about 5 minutes or so. To be honest, my legs are definitely fatigued from doing at least 14 kilometers of riding yesterday. So at least I'll get to go downhill on the way back. I have arrived. My bike. Let's just take a little orientation moment here. Ticket counter over there behind me. Okay, I was told that there's 3 different routes you can do. One is 45 minutes, one is an hour and a half, and the other one is 3 hours. So I think I'll do the 1.5 hour trek that apparently goes to the waterfall. Okay, as far as I can tell, we're right here. And I will go here and then up this way to the waterfall and then back. Looks like we have a little restaurant here. Presume those are washrooms. And refreshments. Alright, let's go get a ticket.
Hello.
Xin chào. Come on.
Show you the way.
Okay.
We are here.
Yes.
If you cross the bridge, turn right. Then left to swimming hole.
Okay.
Continue this way. See old tree. Oi! Viewpoint.
Yeah.
Waterfall and come back. Take 3 hours.
Okay.
Or you can go in shortcut. Take 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Or you go to waterfall and turn back. Take 40 minutes.
I do.
Here and here slippery. So be
Okay.
careful.
I do 1.5 hours. Come on. I got a map. It was 70 Vietnamese dong, which is the same that I paid to rent my bike. So that's $375 again Canadian. And as I was telling you earlier, I have 3 different choices. Display house. Let's go on the display house, might as well. And yeah, I'll do the 1.5 hour route. Don't want to do 3 hours. Holy smokes, it's very echoey in here. This is the most echoey place that I've ever been in. Like some local artwork by kids, I presume. Some taxidermy, I guess. I still haven't seen any monkeys. Of course, I love monkeys, so does this mean that there are king cobras in this area? Well, we heard a monkey. We were talking with a monkey during the E-Cave tour, but I didn't see the thing. It's way too far away. That's the monkey I want to see somewhere. Doesn't look very friendly, though. Not sure what all this stuff is. Is this... Oh, it's probably some kind of insects and worms and things like that, I'm guessing, and just samples of rocks maybe. Different flora and fauna. And then we have a nice mural. No, don't tell me there's tigers in the forest around here. Huh. Who would have thunk? Okay, there's a depiction of the waterfall. That's, to be quite honest with you, a cool looking monkey. The waterfall is one of the main reasons I came here. And when I was pushing my bike up the hill, let me get out of here so it isn't so echoey. When I was pushing my bike up the hill, there was what looked like a pretty decent waterfall over to the right. And I was scoping out the area for a trail, but I didn't see anything. So I'm hoping, maybe by chance, that that's the waterfall that's actually on this little excursion that I'm about to do. Some rather sketchy bridges, I must say, although bamboo's probably pretty strong, but when you compare this with the amazing walkway of the Paradise Cave, it doesn't quite measure up, but as long as it gets the job done. You can play on the swing if you like. As far as I can tell, that's the quick route to the waterfall, which it's clear about on the sign. And this is the start of either the 3 hour route or the 1.5 hours, meaning that there'll be another intersection where I'll be turning right so I don't do the 3 hour tour. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? A 3 hour tour. Kamlua. No fires. A little pagoda resting place. That's nice. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Don't really have any high expectations of being impressed or anything by this place, other than hopefully the waterfall. It just seems like a really nice, peaceful, relaxing way to spend about 3 hours or thereabouts. Just a chill day. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Rock Mon Cave, And that looks like it's going to be the most intensive cave trek of all of the ones I've done so far. But it does look like it's going to be a lot of fun. But it also looks like could be doing a lot of swimming in cold water. But just have to suck it up. Eh? Another pagoda just down there to the left. Seems like it's closed off though. Okay, so here's a sign. Geo waterfall, 500 meters. So that's the quick way if you want to do that. Or, and thank goodness it's fairly clear here. It says you are here. So this is the 45-minute loop, I think. And where is it? Okay, I'm not as clear on this as I thought. I thought this was a trail and that was the 1.5, but I think that's the border of the park. So, have to figure that out. Okay, just talking to those two people, I think that I've got this figured out now, but it might be too late to bother. Think that this is the 45-minute. And this, where I'm here right now, that's the 3-hour. Because they just came from here. And I think that they went straight there. They went here. Now they're heading back, so that's probably the 45-minute. So if I don't do this, then I'd be missing the swimming hole, which I don't know if that's a big deal or not. Okay, I've got it figured out. Just have to make a decision about whether or not I want to go to the swimming hole after I do this waterfall loop. At least it's really nice light right now. Overcast, but there's actually a lot of mosquitoes. So I put my arm protector things back on. As some of you may know, if you watched my other videos, I do not put toxic substances on my body like bug spray, creams, including sunscreen, any of that kind of stuff. Now I know that most of you do, but I'm telling you, all those toxic things absorb into your body and contribute towards the possibility of problems with the health. So there are alternatives. This is one of them. Just cover up. Don't lie. Do not go there. Go this way. Funny how it seems to look a little more tropical along here with these palms or whatever they are exactly. Another big decision. Viewpoint to the left, waterfall to the right. Well, the viewpoint is only 200 meters, so I'm going to go to the viewpoint and then I'll turn around and go to the waterfall. Once again, a bit of different flora and fauna in this part of the trail. You can hear the waterfall down there, so it could be that good one that was on the side of the road. Well, I hope that wasn't the supposed viewpoint up there, because there wasn't much of a view. And then there's an arrow pointing downhill. So now I'm not sure if this is going to another viewpoint, or the viewpoint, or if it's doing a loop to the waterfall or what. It's pretty steep though. I know that you can't tell angles very well watching a video, but this is pretty steep. I hope I don't have to come back up this. Wow, I don't think I want to be putting my hand on this thing. That's ever spiky looking. That's wild. It's like a dinosaur tail or something. There, you can see it better there. That's crazy. Just about there. Sure you can hear it in the background. There's the river right there. Không đi lối này, lạc vong gai hiểm. Don't go this way, it's dangerous and easy get lost. How do you get lost on a river? I mean, I explore rivers regularly on Vancouver Island. I don't even see how it's possible to get lost. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So there's these ropes along here to get, there is an upper level. I'm almost positive this is the waterfall I could hear from the road when I was pedaling. Sure looks like it's going to be an adventure getting to the next level though. But it sure is nice and peaceful. It's very nice to be by water again. I love being by water. I have to tell you, I'm a little surprised they have this rope that allows people to go this way, because for a lot of people it's kind of sketchy. For me it's nothing, but for a lot of people it's going to be a bit of a task and a little dangerous. My guess, however, is that they used to have some kind of a better walkway, but floods destroyed it. I mean, so far that's pretty easy, but it is a little slippery, so it could be a little dangerous. Okay, there's another level. I can see yet another level further up ahead, so that's good. Yeah, this area is a little bit nicer. Almost looks like you could toboggan down that little part. There's a little metal stepway. And behold the next waterfall. Oh, okay. Now that's looking better. The waterfall and the walkway up there. I don't know how you're supposed to cross here, if that's maybe that's the emergency rope for if you go swimming in the swimming hole and you start getting swept down the current here. Or is it supposed to be for crossing? I don't know. Hop over to this rock here, get a different viewpoint. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Worthy of a couple shots, I think. I'm going to give this area 2 thumbs up, and there's still another waterfall to go, the tallest one I believe. The upper waterfall is just about to come into view for you. It looks pretty decent. Just too bad I don't have a neutral density filter for my iPhone, so I get a little bit smoother water looking action. Oh, it's nice. Could use a little more water to be optimal, but overall not bad. based on the fact that I don't see those people who just walked by me, I'm guessing that there is a roundabout loop. Once you get up there, there's a viewing platform up there. That would be nice. But yeah, this is quite decent. Very vivid reddish, orangish colors in this rock here. So anybody who crosses here has no choice but to get a bit of a soaker. Not a big deal. Well, I can officially say that I am definitely glad that I came here now. And I was so close to not coming here. But this is a really nice cascade. This is actually a nice angle. This is actually a better viewpoint than the official viewpoint. Another metal ladder. I'm going to end up taking 3 hours just doing the loop that I have. And again, much better viewpoint here. Couple benches to rest on here. Apparently at this point you can go left, or you can go across the little bridge, which I presume meets up with that other trail that I pointed out before I got to the waterfall. I think I'll cross the water and go that way. Nice little scene. You'd never really guess from this fairly calm small creek that it led into a pretty nice waterfall. Just about back to the parking lot. Just couldn't resist. And these are interesting photos. Somewhat sad though. Huge friggin' bombs all over the place still in this country that probably people are going to die because of it. And here's some old shells, I guess. Humans. And yet again, my bike is here even though it's left unlocked. Gotta like that about Vietnam. And my umbrella, I left that here too. Still there. It's 2 o'clock now. Didn't expect to spend this much time here, but it was well worth it. I'll get back into town at about 3 if I ride at a steady pace again. So, time to leave Phong Nha Botanical Gardens. Thumbs up if you come to this area for the waterfall especially. And just a nice relaxing atmosphere. I'm just about back into town. I noticed from the road what I first thought was supposed to be some viewing platform, but I think it's just an old foundation for a house, which now I will use as a nice viewing platform. That's the cemetery that I went by a couple days ago. Yeah, that's a nice spot. I think that more than likely this area caved in due to flooding at some point. It's pretty much a nice 360 view. Those mountains are by the main road going through Phong Nha. Alright, I found my restaurant by the river. Menu looks decent, comparable prices to the other places. Being served by what looks like a 11-year-old or so. So it's about 3 o'clock, so it's a little too early for dinner and a little late for lunch, so I'm just going to have a banh mi. Looks like we have a team effort over there. Give it a try. So far so good. Although it doesn't look like there's a lot of parking in this thing. Pardon?
Oh.
Oh, from Canada. That's the deal. Video. So the banh mi was not too bad, reasonable price. If you want to do one of the tours where you don't have to exert yourself physically or get wet, you go on one of those boats and you sail all down the river and you go right into the cave on the boat. And then they turn off the engine and they paddle you through. The thing we're all trying to figure out is this the famous hugging lady of Phong Nha? Does she work here? Does she want money from us, or is she just being super friendly?
We have no idea.
We have no idea. So far she hasn't held out her hand yet though for any money, so that's a good sign.
Can have him. How long have you been staying here for?
I've been here 5 days now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
trying to make it worthwhile, see as many of the caves as I can.
Oh, cool. We haven't done any of the caves. We went to the duck stop place where you feed loads of ducks.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't do
We
it.
probably should have done some of the caves. We leave tomorrow. We only arrived last night.
Your favourite song?
Yeah, a lot of people
the cave's good.
seem to only stop for a day or two here and move on.
Yeah. Well, the cave's good. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, they're pretty spectacular.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is the only way in like on a boat, or can you walk?
This lady here is in love with James apparently, and she doesn't care if she just moves right in.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Pour that on my head?
Yeah.
She's gonna throw you into the river. You don't get out of here.
You can have him. What do I get out of it?
2 banh mi's,
2
Mango
bamboo.
smoothie.
maybe a bowl of
My
pho.
necklace.
I'm up on the 4th floor of the place where I'm staying, Chin's Cozy Homestay, hoping once again for a nice sunset. We have some good signs. Still not that colorful yet. There goes my favorite noisy vehicle. It's a classic. Somebody's got some music cranked up down there. I'm not getting my nice sunset so far, but I have not given up yet. This is the little pool area at Chin's Cozy Homestay. It's even written in the pool. Pretty conveniently located, only a few minutes walk to town. There's a restaurant down that way, block and a half. There's 2 restaurants right across the street here. So yeah, it's worked out good, and it's on a quieter street, so it's been pretty quiet at night. I'm trying out a new restaurant tonight. Vietnamese cuisine. No hamburgers, no pizza, just Vietnamese cuisine. A little bit higher prices, to be honest with you, than the other places that I went, but not by much. It's like 10 Vietnamese ding dongs. Beef lok lok. Rice. Little salad. Looks pretty good. Sure was quick. And a banana chocolate smoothie. Price 120,000 ding dongs, which is about $6, I think, Canadian, or US. Just tried it. I think this is my favorite meal so far in Vietnam. It's delicious. Yum yum. Good job, Vietnamese cuisine. Alright, let's give this place a good plug. Madame Van Vietnamese restaurant and vegetarian options. Like I said, best meal I've had on this whole trip, including the Philippines. The meat was really good, and it was like the size of a steak, a good sized steak, that much meat. So it was, oh, she's even got my bike ready. I told her I will come back tomorrow for more lok lok. So good. Back in Chin's Cozy Homestay, where I've been for 5 nights. This is number 6 already. Very happy here. Definitely recommend it. So I'm not quite finished raving about that meal yet. The smoothie was the best smoothie I've had as well. And it was about, let's see, the whole bill was 180, 180,000 ding dongs. And so that's about $9 Canadian. Now, considering that that was basically a good sized steak's worth of meat, that's pretty good. If I didn't have the smoothie, it would have been $1.20. That would have been, say, $6 Canadian, 4 US. So that would have made it a lot less. That's pretty darn good. I'm finding that Vietnam's a little more expensive than I expected, but not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have a seat. Before I sign off, I wanted to tell you the story of what happened at that other restaurant by the river. So I'm just sitting there and starting to eat my banh mi. It's like a hoagie sandwich, a Subway sandwich. And all of a sudden that lady, she just came right up to my table, and she, let's see, how did it all start? I think she gave me a fist pump to start, and then she gave me this big hug. And I didn't know what to make of what was going on. To be honest, I thought she was just being super friendly, and then she starts picking up my camera and she wants to take a photo of us. So I'm thinking, okay, she probably wants money for having a photo taken with her. That's what I honestly thought. She didn't speak any English, so I took the photo you'll see in the video. And then there's another couple from the UK, so she went over there and she did the same thing with them. She gave them both a big hug and high fives, and seems like she dumped me for the other younger, good-looking guy from the UK, her boyfriend. So she stuck around there for quite a while. That's where I took a little bit of video with them before my battery ran dead. So anyway, we were wondering, does she work for the restaurant? Is she the mother or something? And she was using the Google Translate and speaking into it, but the English, it wasn't really making a whole lot of sense. So I'm not trying to be mean here. I think she might have been a little bit special needs. I'm not sure, but whatever. She she seemed to take a great interest in the guy named James from the UK, and yeah, she was talking to them for 10-15 minutes, and his girlfriend was jokingly saying, hey, if you want to have him, you can have him. And then they started, but what do I get from it? And she was negotiating, and all in a fun manner. The lady didn't understand any of it. We didn't understand her, but she had such a funny laugh and was being so affectionate for somebody you've never met. It was just really funny. And then finally at the end, when we all got up to leave, the other funny part, the woman, I'm sorry I forget your name if you're watching this by chance, it's a bit of a different name for the UK. Her parents live in Campbell River on Vancouver Island, which is 3 hours north of where I live. And her boyfriend, her husband, whatever it is, James, apparently they're hoping to get a visa to come live in Canada, and they really like Canada. So good luck to you guys if you're watching this with that. And then we all get up, and the lady, I went and asked the 2 women that worked at the restaurant, and I asked, do you know this lady? They said no. And they spoke enough English, they understood. And so she's kind of a mystery hugging lady, and kind of brightens up her day with her demeanor and her hugs and everything, her high fives and her fist pumps. Only about 4'4" maybe, or something like that. But anyway, that's the story behind that, and it kind of made lunch memorable and fun. And then before I left, she gave me another big hug and another high five and fist bump, and off we went. So hope you enjoyed this video of Botanical Gardens and lunch and the great meal I had for dinner. Appreciate you watching. Until next time, take her easy, eh?